raising an army. Each city-state in Greece was unique in population, size, and government. Some city-states were unique in other ways. One of the largest city-states in ancient Greece was Sparta. Located on the Peloponnesus, Sparta contained at least 300,000 people. Its government was an oligarchy. 5 men, known as ephors, or overseers, wielded great power. Spartan government also included a council of 30 members, including 2 kings and 28 men over 60 years old. Known as the Gerousia, or Council of Men, this assembly created proposals which were voted on by all free adult Spartan males. Between these political groups, Sparta was a city which expected its people to obey the laws of the city-state. Yet the Spartans never wrote down their laws. They taught their children to obey and live rigid lives by training them as members of a highly disciplined army. Nothing in Sparta was more important than service to the city-state through being a well-disciplined soldier. Nearly from birth, Spartan life revolved around the army and its discipline. Young boys were expected to leave home at age 7 and live in barracks with other youths until age 30. These years were spent training for military service. Boys and young men regularly exercised, practiced with weapons, and hunted. Spartan discipline was tough. Boys were not allowed to speak without permission. They were not fed well so that they would learn how to steal food without being caught. A Spartan story tells of one young man who stole a fox, hid it under his tunic, and allowed the animal to rip his chest open rather than being caught with the fox and fail at being stealthy. At age 20, Spartan men joined the regular military service, although their training was not considered finished. Such men could marry, but they did not live with their wives. They still lived in common barracks. To visit their wives at night, Spartan husbands were supposed to sneak into their own wives' bedrooms without being seen. Women in Sparta were also supposed to endure rigorous training. They were not expected to fight, but were to remain strong and fit for childbirth. The greatest honor a woman could pay to her city-state was to bear healthy children. In fact, only women who died in childbirth had their names placed on their grave markers as an honor to their sacrifice. To keep healthy, Spartan women exercised vigorously. Sometimes they worked out alongside the men, both sexes exercising in the nude. The sacrifice of army life continued for another 10 years. Soldiers ate together in a common mess or meal, and their usual food was legendary for being bad tasting. The basic Spartan meal consisted of a black broth or soup made from pork boiled in blood, salt, and vinegar. By age 30, the training was completed. Spartan soldiers could return to their homes and live with their wives. Their service continued until age 60. Review and write. Number 1. In Sparta, community service and sacrifice came first. Family life was considered less important. Do you believe a society should expect someone to surrender his or her family life in service to the government? Number 2. Young Spartan men were raised to serve in the military. Based on your reading of this page, make a list of anything Spartan boys were required to do which seems unreasonable to you.